She's so cute. Is she not? Like, look at her little ears tucked back. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here, honestly. As a spiritual girly and as an astrologer, this is something that I talk about a lot on my socials, and it's living by the moon. Living by the moon. I'm going to put a little title there just to make it like aesthetically pleasing. The living by the moon, what is it? What does it mean to live by the moon? So like most things in life, we run off cycles, right? And particularly we see with like the testosterone cycle runs on like this 24-hour cycle. A woman's menstrual cycle typically, like I know there's differences depending on health status, age, lifestyle, medications, etc., etc., etc. Simplicity's sake, a woman's menstrual cycle and a hormonal cycle is traditionally just this 28-day cycle, like that of the moon, right? And so in astrology, the sun represents the father and the masculine. The moon represents the mother and also the feminine. And I'm not saying masculine and feminine for like gender identifications or anything like that. It's just like the overarching references and the energies of those planets as kind of just what they represent in astrology, okay? And we see that with like the hormonal cycles as well. So again, testosterone, 24-hour cycle. Women's sex hormones, menstrual cycle, 28-day cycle, same with the moons. And so the moon undergoes it transitions throughout different phases. So we have the full moon, then we have like the waxing and the waning phases and the new moon, okay? And so women's cycles will, unless there's like, again, I'm talking about non-medicated, healthy 28-day stock standard menstrual cycle, okay? So that will run for 28-day cycle, and they will always sync up with a particular phase of the moon. So if you are getting a period with a new moon, there's a white moon cycle. If you are getting it with a full moon, that is a red moon cycle. If you're getting it with the waxing phase, that is a pink moon cycle. If you're going to get it with the waning phase of the moon, that is a purple moon cycle. That is a whole other kettle of fish in and of itself. But what I wanted to discuss with you today was how I incorporate living by the moon, how I kind of modify my approach and my intentions for the day depending on where the moon is situated, what zodiac sign the moon is in, as well as what phase of the moon that we're in. So that's what we're going to discuss. So every like 2.5 days-ish, the moon transitions out of one zodiac sign into another. And this is going to be a very much like an overarching what I kind of do day to day instead of like general terms with what zodiac sign the moon is in. However, it will be different depending upon your own specific chart, because when the moon's transiting specific signs, depending on what signs in your own chart, where they're situated, it means the energies. Let me explain that differently. So when the moon will change signs every 2.5 days, right? And so this is like a general overarching what I do and how I work with the moon cycles and the moon phases and where the moon is situated. However, depending on your own, depending on your own personal chart, different houses are going to be occupied by different signs in your own personal chart, right? And so when the moon is transiting, say like the moon is transiting Sagittarius, the moon's in Sagittarius. So that's going to be a time where we feel more spontaneous. Like Sagittarius traditionally rules the 9th house of higher learning, education, philosophy, optimism, expansion. It's spontaneity. It's like impulsiveness. It's travel. Like it's exploring other cultures, other ideas. And that's kind of like the overarching things when the moon's Sagittarius. That's kind of things that we want to open ourselves up to. But for me, Sagittarius rules my 6th house of my daily health, work, and routine. So it would then be modified and applied to those aspects of my life. But that's getting much more like individualized and tailored. So for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to talk to you about when the moon transits different signs and how we can live by the moon. There's qualities of every single zodiac that's like dark and light. You know, there's duality and polarity within everything. Good and bad, if you will, even though things aren't good nor bad, they just are. But there's dark and light. We can't have darkness without light. We can't have light without dark. You know what I mean? So there's always going to be like a higher vibe versus a lower vibrational state of every zodiac. So when the moon is in different signs, what we ideally want to do is align ourselves with the higher vibrational frequencies of that sign and really embody that and work with those frequencies and those currencies for best results in terms of like living out our dream lives. So the moon, let's say it's in Aries. Moon in Aries, Aries ruled by Mars. Mars, physical, drive, go, go, go. Aries, cardinal sign, first out of the gate, initiator, like action orientated. This is the time that we want to physically be moving our body in any way that feels really good. It's about initiation, taking action, assertion, like let's put things in motion. Aries moon. Then the moon will move into Taurus. Very different energy. Taurus, a fixed sign. It's about stability. Taurus, ruled by Venus. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, money, values. But Taurus, being an earth sign, it's tangible, it's physical, it's practical. This is about indulging the senses, all of the senses. Like what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch. It's indulging those senses. It's an earth sign and it's like tangible, practical. It's Venusian in its like whole sphere. It's about really like indulging in a way that feels really good. And it's connecting with nature. It's going barefoot outside on the ground. It's like looking at, so Aries is like fire sign. It's like, let's get this done. Let's take action. I've got these ideas. I'm putting them into motion. And then Taurus kind of grounds those ideas down and like really instills the foundations of them. And so ways to work with Taurus, the moon in Taurus, is to ground ourselves and to find the practicality. It's like, okay, so I have all these ideas and these actions and I want to like go here, go here, go here, go here. Let's find out how we're going to get there. Then we have Gemini. Gemini, the air sign. It's the communicator. It's expressing ourselves, ideally through writing and speaking. It's learning something new. It's getting curious. It's using our hands. Moon in Gemini, it's socializing. It's very childlike. It's very playful. So that air sign, it's quick-witted, it's funny, it's articulate. That's the kind of energy that we want with the moon in Gemini. Then as it shifts into Cancer, so we're bringing our attention back to our home, our family, our foundations. Cancer is the maternal sign of the zodiac. It's ruled by the moon. It's the mother. So it's about really nurturing and finding those comforts and doing things that really nurture and mother and give back to yourself after Gemini has been out there, expressive, putting the ideas out there. So again, we kind of had this like push and pull. So it's like Aries is like, go, 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 fire sign, let's take action. And Taurus is like, okay, and let's ground those ideas into something practical. And then Gemini is like, let's express this, let's communicate, let's teach, let's put the energy back out there again. And Cancer's like, and then let's also like give back to ourselves and like revitalize and recharge. And then we have Leo. The moon moves into Leo. Leo rules the heart. It is expansion. It is creation. It is romance. It is fun. It is pleasure again, but in more of a fire, impulsive, like lit up. Like I want to be in the spotlight. I want to put myself out there. I want to do things from the heart. I want to do things that light me up. I am the main character. Like that is Leo. Moon in Leo, that's when we want to make art, make love. We want to tap into this like child, we want to create, put yourself out there. It's a good time to launch something if you're into, sorry, she's just the cutest. To launch something, again, it's that push, pull. Virgo, again, analytical, detail orientated, perfectionistic. This is when we kind of pull back and we take stock of things. It's about really looking at our routines, organizing things. So this is the time that I want to go over and maybe clear out old emails, clear out like stuff in the home, like do a big decluttering, like simplify things, like focus on, again, Virgos and earth signs, it's going to be the practicalities of life. It's ruled by Mercury though, so it could be like literally clearing out old junk mail that we've got, clearing things out. Libra is again an air sign, Venus ruled, because air sign is about the mind. It's the ruler of the relationship sector, our 7th house. So Moon in Libra is really about relating to others. Go on a date, go out and socialize, connect with your friends. Like, this is time to really connect and to find harmony and equilibrium and to balance things out, to beautify your surroundings as well. It's a really nice thing to do. Scorpio is a time of elimination, detoxification, purification. It's death and rebirth. This is not a time to like come at anyone and resolve issues, but to kind of like try to clear the mind, to really ponder, because Scorpio traditionally rules the 8th house of like our psychology as well. Really think about like our inner realm, our thought life, our internal state. So it's not time to come at anyone and be like trying to resolve conflict in any way, because Scorpio is quite a spicy sign. But it's a time to like pull back and reflect on our own inner realm and our inner mind and our emotional state and our physical state, and find ways that we might need to eliminate certain things and cut certain people off and clear things out to really eliminate, detoxify, purify, transform. And the moon moves into Sagittarius, which again is this outwardly expressive, doing something spontaneous, doing something quite playful, learning something new, opening our mind, expanding our mind to certain philosophies and ideas, certain conversations. It's time to explore, be spontaneous. And then moon in Capricorn, like Siri, play Rihanna Work. I probably shouldn't have said that to my phone because Siri might have actually come on. But Capricorn is the CEO of the zodiac. Capricorn is Big Daddy Saturn in the sky. It's about restriction, discipline, goals, ambitions. This is when we want to get shit done. This is when we want to get things done. It's time to like tackle those goals that we've got and we've set out. And then Aquarius is here to kind of take stock. So after the moon's been in Capricorn and we're like getting things done, taking action again, being disciplined, showing up, like we're standing on business. And then Aquarius is like, and then let's do a little stock take, a little inquisition. Let's revise what we've just done. Is there a way that we can take a new approach? What's working, what's not? Let's like find a new way of doing things that embodies our kind of unique, individualistic, quirky flair. And then the moon moves into Pisces, the dreamy, whimsical, romantic sign of Pisces that embodies aspects of every zodiac. It's the culmination point, it's the ending, it's the finalization of things. It's very intuitive, it's very psychic. It's a time to romanticize your life, to journal, to really like practice anything that's like spiritually enlightening and fulfilling, and do those things. We've had a new moon in Pisces. Depending on when you're watching this, we just had a new moon in Pisces, and we're coming up to a full moon that's going to be in Libra. That's actually our eclipse season, so it's like there's a lot happening astrology speaking. I'm actually going to post another video on more astrology updates. For those of you who are aware, be sure to subscribe, like and subscribe, please, to those, because yeah, there's a lot happening astrology speaking. A lot of changes, a lot of faded new directions, possibilities, all of the things. But moon in Pisces is time to dream. It's time to make art, to romanticize, to visualize and manifest your dream life. Before then, moon moves into Aries again. We start that initiation process, the action. So we've like dreamed up and envisioned, it's like, this is what I want to do. this is where I want to go, like be super spiritual, whimsical, fairy, embody life. And then Aries happens and we're like, and then let's go get it. And then Taurus is like, and let's actually ground ourselves into the foundations of how we're going to make this happen. And then Gemini is like, and then let's like get our ideas pen to paper. Let's communicate, let's express, let's teach, let's get curious. And then like it starts that whole cycle again. You know what I mean? Like it's such a beautiful, when you think of it, like, it's like this cyclical way of being. It's not your traditional way of like starting things and finishing things. There's no start and end point. We're constantly fluctuating. We're constantly in flow. Like oftentimes when things are a slower pace or we're pulling back or we need to rest, it's like there's such judgment around resting and slowing down, when it's like, when you think of life in a cyclical way, it's like it is never ending. We're constantly in motion. We're just embodying different vibrations and different frequencies along the way, and all of them serve a benefit. The polarity again, like the light, the dark, the fast, the slow, the outward, the inward, the time of isolation, the time of socialization. You know what I mean? Like there's a constant ebb and flow, and when we're working with that, even if you're looking at the planets and the moon phases, or even just the phases of your own energy and how that fluctuates, or the seasons of life, the seasons of the year, we have like your winter, your autumn, your spring, your summer. You know, like we're constantly in motion. And there's beauty in that, in the diversity that we have within life. Anyway, I could go on a whole tangent of this, but it's really beautiful when you learn to accept and work with the currencies that we're given. There's not good or bad, neither here or there. It just is. It is what it is, you know? And there's beauty in all of that. So it's about learning to accept and work with where we are at, rather than constantly feeling like we're in this rat race and having to be like out there. And like that's like banging your head against a wall, you know what I mean? So anyway, that is Living by the Moon. I post a lot more on socials and TikTok, so like Instagram and TikTok. You can find me there. Please, of course, like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to learn more. So I post a lot more about astrology, spirituality, relationships, my life. I don't know. If you want to stick around, by all means, hit the little bell icon. Like it, share it with your friends. I love you lots, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.